Hey everyone, I know I haven't done one of these in a while, but I thought I'd kind of take some time, and while I got the time, before I hit to work, to do a video review of several things that I've gotten recently. And this one, of course, is something that when I watched Optobotomus's video on it, I was surprised by this, and I also watched JT Mitchell's review on it. I knew. The only difference you could probably tell with this is it doesn't have the 20th anniversary logo on it. I don't know why. I think that only came. I think they only had that box around when the 20th anniversary happened several years ago. But to me, when I heard about this, I was like, seriously, they brought one out, and the one thing that's kind of disappointing about this is you have to buy a separate Legacy Morpher for the White Ranger and Green Ranger, basically for Tommy's characters, the White Ranger and Green Ranger. You have to buy a separate Legacy Morpher that has the coin, two coins, the dragon with the Dragon Zord symbol, the Green Ranger symbol, which is the Dragon Zord, the Dragon Zord symbol, as well as the White Tiger symbol. So you can only you can only get that through them. Now I'm pretty sure people will be selling that coin or those two coins for probably, well, maybe not expensive, but let's just say it wouldn't be very cheap to get those two coins on their own, so you could put them in here. So, but anyway, the Legacy Morpher, of course, is a collector's edition, as you can see, and I'm sure Optobotomus and all of them have pointed this out. It's for 15 and up, basically collector's reason. And when you open it up, of course, there's going to be some stuff underneath. Of course, you got the you got a little cardboard here. But when you open it up, you have, I guess as they put it, as JT Mitchell and I think Optobotomus put it, if I can get it back out of here. You have like a little display piece here, even though, as you could see, it's got these little belt buckles, these little clip-ons, I should say, where you can put your belt buckle on it, where you could hook it to your belt buckle, and if you wanted, cosplay. Let's say you get one of those costumes they got online for the Rangers, either it's the Red Ranger or whatever. That'll kind of show accurate in a sense. Then what you could do is try to connect this to whatever belt area or region it has, or put a belt around you, connect this to it, and there you go. You would have excuse me, a legit Morpher. Now, the coins themselves are actually pretty nice as well. You could see that this is the Mastodon one. You could feel that it's an actual real coin. It's got the Power Rangers logo on the back, and it's got the Mastodon. And just to correct people, the Mastodon was piloted by Zach, and then later on Adam, because they did an episode where three of the actors, basically the three actors, the actors that did Jason and Zach, and the actress that did Trini, were leaving the show due to some kind of dispute or something happened, I don't know. But they were leaving the show, so they ended up getting three new characters in their place. So there's that. And placing them back in sometimes could be a little bit of a headache. And then of course you have boy, when they stick these suckers in, they mean them to be stuck. You also have the Yellow Ranger, which was the Yellow Ranger, the saber-tooth Tiger, which was piloted by Trini, as well as what was her name? Ashley, I think, was the other one. Yeah, Ashley and Trini, and then passed on to Ashley, who was a saber-toothed tiger pilot. And again, Power Ranger symbol on the back, which is pretty cool. They sure don't make these easy to get out. I'm sure Optibotimus knows that for a fact. And then of course you have Billy's. He was the only one that didn't have to switch or anything. So you have Billy's right here. And again, same thing. Get back in there. And then of course you have, it's going to hurt my finger for a little bit, you have the pterodactyl piloted by Kimberly, who, yes, did switch out later on with Cat, and there's a big story arc on that. Watch Linkara's History of Power Rangers to kind of get a better idea about that, but there's hers. And then of course you have the Tyrannosaurus, which was piloted by Jason, and then later on Rocky. So there you go. And of course along with it inside, and also along with it, you get the Power Morpher. And it's got some heft. This thing's got some heft to it. You can kind of see that it has that heft to it. It's got a little symbol here. Oh, that was a bus outside. It's got a little heft here. It's got a little bit of heft. You can feel that. And the reason it's like this, the reason it's designed, and of course these are stickers. These are sticked on, as you can see. The reason it's got this kind of heft compared to the original, the original toy, is because this is a collector's edition, and and by being a collector's edition, they want to make it more show accurate. In other words, they want to make it feel like you have a prop, an actual prop from the show. And it does feel like that. Now, of course, you got this lever here. It's supposed to kind of symbolize, okay, they're doing this, they're doing the Power Ranger stance, you know. And of course, if you've watched Optibotimus and JT Mitchell's review on it, you got this little thing here, which acts like a push button, and it ejects the coins. This here ejects the coins, so there you go. Coin is out. And then you just gotta click it back in, and there you go. And again, you have the lever. Now, the one thing that Optibotimus did not like, and I do agree with him on this, is the fact that on the side you got the button that ejects it. So it makes it a little hard, because basically you got to hold it with your other hand, and you got to do it like this. See what I'm saying? You got to do it with, let's say, I'm right-handed, so you got to do it like, I got to do it with my left hand and everything, and not my right hand. So now that's the eject button right there. Get that right there. That's the eject button, and then right here you have an on and off switch. And oops, do I have the thing on? I think I do. And then when you turn it on, you get that. See, usually it should be off, and that's what it should be on. It is off, especially if you're displaying it or you have it in its case. And then when you turn it on with the on button here, when you go to on here, it does this, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, like Optibotimus and JT Mitchell have shown you, when you press the side button here, you get this. And you just basically get different noises on its own, like this. But and I'm sure that annoys some people because it's like, why can't you just open up, not make that noise? And I think it's okay. I'm fine with it. But then, as I was watching the reviews on it to get a better idea of this, you hold this button long enough and you get this. And there you go. So, overall, for me, I used to watch Power Rangers, I may have been like 14 when I started, but I thought it was interesting. It was as some people put it, it's a cheesy show. Now, as far as the belt buckle goes, of course, like I said, I know I'm repeating myself here. If you watch the reviews, you got this, and it snaps into there, like that. Of course, it's got a little gap, which some people are not fans of. But it goes into there. And that's like I say, if you're cosplaying as a ranger. But what Optobotomist shows is you could also do it this way. I think if I could fit it in there. There you go. And it fits just like, regular belt buckles. So it's like you can't really tell if they're rangers or not. So the only difficulty is getting it back out. So yeah, you could either do it, this way, like that, or you could do it this way, and there you go. So, overall, excuse me. Overall, in my opinion, I think it's a pretty decent. I think it's a really not decent. I think it's a really good collector's edition for the show. If you're a fan of the show, growing up and everything, it's a really nice collector's edition. It feels like you're actually holding one of the real morphers they used on the show. It feels like you're holding the actual prop. So I give Bandai credit for that. And apparently, when this came out, this was a Toys R Us exclusive. It seems to me that anybody that buys things from Toys R Us, maybe multiples of them, will end up selling them for cheaper or so on eBay or not eBay, but Amazon or something. So, but if you're a fan of the show and you have not gotten this yet, I recommend getting it. You can get it for a fairly good price, which is around like maybe $40, $50, depending on who you get it from. So I do recommend getting it. And of course you got instruction manuals here. They just tell you how to use it. The one thing that I don't think either Optobotomist or JT Mitchell showed you guys is the batteries. Just in case you need to get the batteries. Let me see if I can get that straight for you. Just in case you need to get batteries, take a look there. Those are your batteries. Yeah, the little circle ones. So you may have to, it says you may have to get 2 LR44 batteries if you're interested in getting this collector's item. So overall, like I said, I'm really happy to have this. I mean, like I said, I used to watch the show. I got a kick out of it. I don't know who else didn't. I mean, I can tell you honestly from experience that I've had some friends in high school that liked the show. In fact, I had 2 friends who one year, I guess it was for Spirit Week at my high school, dressed up as, just with the mask, they just dressed up as the Power Rangers, the Right Ranger, and I think the what was it, the Right Ranger and Yellow Ranger. I gotta look again in my yearbook, but that's what they dressed up as. So, but it's really nice to have, and again, if you're a fan of the show, I do recommend getting this. It's really it's worth getting, and you can get it, like I say, go to Amazon. You can probably get it for a decent price. So that's all I'm going to say on my review of the Power Rangers Legacy Power Morpher. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.